Honestly, wouldn't mind punching the douche in the face, but killing her, that's a bit much. Yeah.
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Alright.
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquesse's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Let's go.
The witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
She forgot you, something like that, revenge?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? No, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
That's why you write it down.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me,
I would guess that she was a child, yes. We don't know that, actually. She does remember you now.
Sienna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You really want a happy ending, don't you?
Yes.
With all of us living happily ever after.
Not really, but...
Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
I don't care about no stinky metal.
Farewell, Sienna.
Just don't want you to summon more beasts. To raise your land again.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Yep.
Let's go. Want to see him too.
Damien, I don't trust you. Damien. I'll never trust you. Doesn't matter how nice you act.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Jesus. Don't look too good.
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Fine. I'll tell you. Not because I don't trust you, but because I don't trust you. This will reveal the truth.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Sienna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally.
Yes! Exactly, so you could kill her.
For alerting me. And I appreciate your attentiveness.
You're the person.
Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
You're gonna kill the Duchess, aren't you? If you do that, I'll fucking forgive you for lying to me. I don't care. Do it. Do it, Damien. Come on.
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
How convenient.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain
Don't drink it!
a friend of Beauclair.
No! Why would you drink something in this situation?
In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
God damn it, Damien.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Yeah. Well, I said I would tell her, so yeah, let's do it.
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Sienna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Detloff. You were to be the beast's 5th victim.
This
cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
Now's your chance, Damien. Goddamn Damien, why won't you kill her?
I do not believe it.
That's okay. I only promised to tell you.
In a moment I shall speak to Siana. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
That's not true.
Exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
I mean, you haven't spoken for years.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Nervous, eh? Well, now you won't have a chance, Damien. Am I gonna have to do it for you? God damn it. Fine.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Dettlaff. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me. As one impartial, I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Siana. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Siana?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents had always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, Dammit. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you, sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
Jesus. Really? Is that all it took? A fucking tickle? You fucking royals are weirdos. Yes, Damien thinks it's all going according to plan, not knowing I ruined his plan long ago. Foolish Damien! You should have planned around my plan, which you didn't know about. Therefore you couldn't have done it. Level 52, of course.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony, it was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips.
Nah, that's why I played it all in one sitting practically.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
Right now in the dark?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
It's not a point. You just don't get it. Just because you can see in the dark doesn't mean you go out in the dark. You foolish vampire. Whatever, let's go.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Yay! Where is the mask? That's not the mask. They're in quest items, aren't they? There we go. I'm in need of repairs. My shit is busted. There you go. That should fix it.
This moonlight makes me, oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
You really walked into that one, Regis. You're talking to a monster slayer who does this shit all the time. What did you expect? You okay there? Alright, I'll just collect the other one. If it's so darn toxic, no wonder nobody comes to this graveyard. Oh.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Regis!
Fine.
Damn it, where'd you go? Regis!
Oh no!
I did what I had to do!
Alright, this is annoying me. Let's set shit on fire. I can't. Good lord. Oh, this Bruxa was easy.
Those Bruxa, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
they will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Now we could have just killed the elder one, you know. But, sure, fine. Fucking vampires.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
I would have said exactly the same thing.
Started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Yes, I think it's time I settle down. Enough fucking games. I've slain all the bandits. Most of the monsters. What's the point? There's no Witcher 4 either, so...
Know what? Think I just might. Come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like. To just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
That was the year 2019.
Not. We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
Well, yeah. You damn your logic. But I can't go to Nilfgaard. In-game.
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Is it the end? Wink, wink. That was the developer speaking through Geralt. We need a rest. We've been overworked. Finally, we finished The Witcher 3: The Wildest of the Hunts. Man, what a game! The last DLC, okay, that was fucking great. Definitely an interesting story. There's obviously two sides. We didn't see the side where you go to the Elder One. Probably pretty cool, anyways. I don't know. I guess it could have gone a lot worse. Yeah. I'll have to look up all the different things that could have happened and probably be disappointed because there's probably not that many different things that could have happened. Obviously the princess could have died, that's about it. And there's probably different ways she could have been sentenced to death or some shit. But whatever. I keep saying princess because that's the thing that makes most sense, even though she's a douchey. Yes. Alright. Yeah, so after finishing the game, I obviously looked up a lot of things, and I didn't really like that the ending of the game is literally like 4 or 5 different choices that come towards the end of a game that all are just kind of, I wouldn't say random, but they're kind of like you won't really know that that's them. That, you know, like, oh, encourage Siri once or twice. That's really pretty meh. Like, could have easily fucked up the ending right there simply because I play in a certain way instead of like doing that, but I'm glad it worked out, I guess. I think for a lot of people that is the case. Like, they play the game and they're all like, oh my god, this is amazing, it fits so good. But you know, when you actually unveil and realize that, oh, it's just these 4 or 5 choices, it gets a little bit less, how to put it, grandiose, right? It feels grandiose when you first play it, when you realize it's a bit less. So overall, what did I dislike about Witcher 3? Okay, there's a few things that I really disliked about it. So obviously the combat is just wank. I believe there's a mod that tries to fix it. Basically, the biggest problem with it is, oh, you attack something, we'll just do whatever the Witcher wants instead of, I don't know, just attacking forward, like, you know, in any other action game. It's like a fucking FPS game where every time you shoot it just automatically auto aims to the target. What even is the fucking point of such an FPS game? It's really fucking annoying, and that's all it is. You know, it's not like it breaks the game, you know, because you can just get enough stats to overpower everything ever and just face roll as I have basically by cracking the code. You just need enough monster damage resistance, but doesn't make it much more fun. Other things I didn't like, obviously I didn't like the way that you can't really skip stuff. This is tied into the mechanics of the game. Yeah, you can spam space to skip stuff, but that's not the same as, for example, skipping an entire cutscene. Like, you have to spam there for like a minute sometimes, and in between of it you have to make choices. So you run into these situations where you get defeated because of some bullshit, which usually happens because of the shitty combat or some random bullshit happening. And then you have to sit through a bunch of, like, you know, dialogue and cutscenes that you don't want to see because, first of all, you're gonna fucking load and win that fight. Second of all, even if that happens, it's probably gonna be almost the same, so you're gonna get spoilers completely to all the things that happen. And fuck that shit, that's fucking annoying as fuck. Right. All I'm saying is, like, they could have done, they could have let you save and load in better circumstances, like at any time. You should be able to load at any time. I don't believe I was able because I keep pressing every button, like escape, space, etc., and that was annoying. But I lived. It's just annoying. Like, again, a lot of these things are things I don't like because they really, really annoy me as fuck. Anything else I didn't like? I don't know. I had like at least 2 more things, but I don't remember them right now because I've been playing for a very long time, so it's a bit murky in my head. Yeah, I guess I didn't like, I probably mentioned this before, but just in case I'll say it, that even though if you know something about people, it's like weird, and you can't follow up on it if you pick the wrong choice. So like we had the Vampiro story back in Novigrad, but because I picked the wrong choice, that was also a time choice no less, I couldn't follow up on it even though I knew, hey, we didn't solve the mystery. Well, it doesn't matter, you picked the wrong choice, motherfucker, now live with it. That's like really annoying and dumb, and once again annoying. You can just load the game, I guess, but you would have to know about it and stuff, like you would have to look at that shit up. That's really annoying. Yeah. But to be fair, overall, really enjoyed it. I don't think it, like, you know, how to put it, it beats the first game in every possible way for me. Because remember, I think Game 2 is basically filler. I don't know why, but I think it's just the way it's set up and the way it's different from the first game. It just like makes it feel like filler, especially when you also take in Witcher 3 into account. Like, nothing about Witcher 2 feels like really Witcher-esque. It feels like you're just generic fantasy RPG thing, which in Witcher setting. I don't know why that is the case, really. I think it's just because it's not like Witcher 3. Like, Witcher 3 doesn't feel like Witcher 2. But Witcher 2 does feel like Witcher 2, and that's the feeling that's not like Witcher. Somehow. I'm sure that doesn't make any sense, but go watch someone else review it, motherfuckers. I'm sure they'll tell you the same thing. I really like the Witcher 1 being like the sole thing and wrapping up the story. Going off to new pastures. Whereas in Witcher 3 is a bit open. And the game doesn't want to end, you know, it wants you to let you explore the side quests afterwards, so the side quests end up a little bit more detached from the story than in the first one as a result. They have to be. They're still connected, but not as much as in the first game. And the first game has like a definite finale, whereas here it feels more like, well, you know, you finished a really long part of it, but it's not like, you know, it's not like the end. You know, when you finish Witcher 1, you feel, oh my god, this was the end. Witcher 3 feels like, well, we finished some big chunk of it, but, you know, you can still wander around. And there's something to that I wouldn't say I dislike, but it just doesn't feel the same. Like, it almost doesn't feel like Witcher 3 has ended, even though I know that I'm never gonna play it this again, probably, because I played literally almost 100% through it, and I know all of it, and, you know, not gonna play it again because of the combat and stuff like that. But other than the combat, yeah. If it was like interesting combat like Dark Souls, maybe it would be something replayable. There's also a lot of cutscenes, of course. Like a lot. but that's what you get in the story game. By no means is not a bad thing, it's just, how to put it, interesting. In fact, in that sense, like, if I were to be honest, I enjoyed, if I were to say which of the DLCs I liked more, I think I have to go actually with the previous DLC, Hearts of Stone. To me that was a lot more like Witcher 1 style DLC, as weird as it sounds. What does that mean? Like a story that nicely wraps up? This just doesn't feel like as nice. Like in that Hearts of Stone, you're just like, that felt like much cooler as a story to me. I don't know why. It feels like, in this one it felt like weird. I guess it has the fact to do that some things didn't work out quite as I expected. Like, I expected Damien to be the villain somehow, but he wasn't the villain at all, even though he somehow knew that the count pouch was stuck into the mouth, even though technically no one actually knew about it other than Dandruff himself, as he stuffed it in the mouth. I don't know, yeah. So overall, I think Hearts of Stone had a much more satisfying main story to me. True, there's a lot of people, right? So now that we've been properly introduced, we'd like to thank you one last time. Blood and Wine is the end of Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. We wanted to call it Sweat and Tears, or damn, we'll miss this, but we couldn't. Sure you couldn't. However, as a studio, we already embarked on other adventures. We promise you'll hear about them soon, and Geralt will always have a special place in our hearts. I'll read it when I'm reading. Yes, Carolina for the third time. Salute you.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Oh man, we still got one more quest to complete, apparently. That's right, Regis left something on my dashpad. So we have to find out what that is. Fortunately, the nearest teleportation device... Oh, it's right here. So we're right outside this cemetery place. I guess Regis is gone now for good. Didn't get much to talk with him like the other characters. Usually he refused my talk. He was all like, no time. Geralt, you don't have enough time. You gotta go do stuff. Which is understandable. It's early morning. Alright, what did the Major Domo? What did the weird vampire leave in my house?
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
That's okay.
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Could it be?
What's that smell?
I'm gonna see an unicorn, I'm gonna flip. It's Siri!
You look good. Calm. Don't just stand there. I want a hug.
Thank goodness it wasn't the unicorn.
What did you bring?
A Garkin from Angren. I slew it. All by my lonesome.
That why you left Carrera so suddenly? Had no idea where you'd gone. Your note was puzzling. Don't try to find me. Threw me for a loop.
That was silly. It's just that I felt stifled in your shadow. I'd have suffocated had I stayed.
Aw.
So when I read that notice, the contract, when I saw Angren, I knew I had to do it. Alone. Without my nanny.
I'm not your nanny. I believe in you.
That's why I put that picture right there.
Like my new house?
What are the odds?
The house is lovely, but it could use a bit of work.
Yeah, got plans for it, don't worry. Wanna go outside? Could show you the grounds.
As if I knew, but I didn't actually know. that's the best part of it.
It's lovely here. I could stay forever.
I'll stay if you like it, but yeah, you probably won't like it. That's not in you.
Nah, come on. You wouldn't like it.
Why not?
Get bored mighty quick. There's nothing here. It's peaceful, quiet, not a bloodthirsty beast in sight.
After that Garkin in Angren, I believe I deserve a little rest.
Indeed you do, mademoiselle. As my major domo would say.
You've a butler?
Yes.
A steward. Name's Barnabas Basil. BB for short, though I don't know if he likes it. He's the one let you in. I'll ask him to bring in some fruit, a beverage. You can spend the rest of the day lying about.
Nothing would make me happier.
See you later. Let's not do that. That's a terrible option. Why would you do that, game?
Being a witcher anything like you imagined?
Geralt, I didn't have to imagine anything. Remember, before we parted, we walked a good stretch of the path together.
Journeyman and master, though, not the same thing.
I'm still a long way from mastering anything, but I am trying. Anyway, I did learn from the best.
Just passed on what worked for me. Or at least tried to.
I was thinking of Eskel and Lambert.
So, no regrets? Choice you made?
Not at all. I'm doing what I ever wanted to do. Being who I wanted to be. I believe that's one definition of happiness.
Accurate.
Encountered the most charming aspect of being a witcher yet?
Which aspect is that?
The hatred, disgust, that strange blend of admiration, fear, and contempt.
They set their hounds on me in one village. In another, they forbade me from taking a drink from their well. Other than that, it's been all right. No one's tried to cheat me out of my reward so far.
I'd hoped they'd treat a woman differently.
Geralt, when they treat a woman differently in this world, it hardly ever means better. Quite the opposite.
Angren, how'd it go? Garcanes can be pretty tough opponents.
That's why I had to lure this one to a place both spacious and empty, where it would have nowhere to hide. I found an abandoned crypt far from any town or village.
Good choice. Always best to avoid additional casualties, so your foe had nowhere to hide. But the bastard was still damn quick, I bet.
Not as quick as I am. My greater worry was its strength. I was far outclassed there. But a dose of black blood did the trick. We fought a while, I feigned a mistimed dodge and let it drink. The rest was easy.
Interesting.
See you later, Ciri.
Take care of yourself.
She's now gonna sit here for the rest of her life. Right, Ciri, enjoy. Here's my major domo.
They fought like two cats in a bag, and now they're to run Belgard together.
I wonder if...
You've spread some nastiness to me.
Sure. I wonder if Regis meant this or something else. That's an urn. Oh, there it is. What you got for me, Regis? Mutagenerator. Bruh. What's this? Yes. Dear Geralt, if you're reading these words, it means I am already far beyond the borders of Toussaint and you have found my mutagenerator. Of course you may dub this instrument however you like, perhaps something more fitting to your taste or better reflecting its function, for I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I have been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished and I'm convinced, as convinced as an inventor can be before his invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of this apparatus. You're surely wondering what function it's meant to serve. As the name indicates, the mutant generator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing energy waves from bodies. In this case, the bodies of the monsters and evil doers you kill. And when it has absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, the mutant generator changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it's green, red, or blue. Chance, yet I have noted the colors tend to alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your daily devoted friend, Emil Regis Rohlik Terzif Godford. You might be wondering why I decided to toss the mutagenerator into your home instead of simply handing you in person. Well, you must know I did it out of modesty, believe it or not. Take care, Geralt, and may my gift serve you well. Well, unfortunately it won't. But, you know, it's not like I'm upset with you or anything, Regis. It's just, you know, we're done with the game. Alright, we got some, like, Dassault armor or some shit. Let's go put that shit on. We picked it up from the land of imagination. We gotta stand for it, right? Hey! There we go. Yeah, was good ride, Major Domo?
How might I be of service, sir?
All's well.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Yes. Business. That does remind me. We have one last bout of unfinished business. I'm gonna need rest for that. Alright, you sons of a bitches. I've waited long enough for this.
I have my eye on you, Nordling.
Well, so do I. And you're about to... Whoa! Goddamn fucking Nilfgaardians. They trained themselves to be level 65. It's time to end this little game. Come on. The battle rages. Oh my god. This is a fucking insane battle. Come on, let's do this, you fuckers. Where's my goddamn instant kill procs? You fucking bastards, give me them procs. Man, I can't kill any of them because they keep fucking getting in the way. There we go, one's down. I long awaited for this fucking battle. Where are you? Where are you, damn archers? I see. Oh. Survived. Oh god. Oh no, defeated. Those bastards. You've lost coin. Tell me they took all my coin. I guess I'm too old for this shit. 0 coin. I'll get you back, Nilfgaardians, one time. I'll get you back. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.